Hi, Conley Clan fam! So it is time to wrap up our grocery haul for the month of March, and this is the last 3 weeks of March. We are going to be doing some shopping at H-E-B, but we're also going to be doing some traveling. So we are going back to our Omaha house. We do a lot of times have my in-laws. They will buy us groceries. They'll stock up our fridge and freezer before we ever get back to Omaha, so that way we don't have to go grocery shopping right away, which is really nice of them. And also, we are planning on eating some food from our pantry. So this will be a really interesting month. So stick around and check out what we're getting. So this might be a little bit of a crazy month because we have so many different variables here. Some of the shopping I probably am not going to do myself, and so I don't get to pick what we make, but our in-laws know us well. My in-laws know us well. Sean's parents, they know us well, so they always do great at shopping. It is like, I can't even say how amazing it is that they do that for us when we go back to Omaha, because it is so helpful, like so helpful. It is really hard when you get back into town and you have no food and you have to hurry up and go shopping. So then also, we will be planning the next couple weeks out of meals, so breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and then we're going to try doing some eating out of our pantry because we have a ton of pantry storage. We are going to bring it with us back to our Texas house, but if I can make the load just a little bit lighter, plus not spend as much money on groceries this month, I think it will be helpful. So let's get into what we're buying. We are on week 2 with our H-E-B order. So we are going to be showing you what we are having for breakfast, lunch, and our dinners. So a lot of times we do similar things for breakfast. This week we are going to do eggs and sausage. So I got 2 cartons of the 18 eggs along with the sausage patties. We do all kinds of things with eggs. This time I might just do over easy. Those are the kids' favorite, along with some sausage patties and some toast. And we do have bread down the line and also some in the pantry. Then right here, this pork sausage represents breakfast pizza because we will scramble up some of those eggs there. And we will put the eggs and the pork sausage as a topper. We bake our own crust, and we use queso, which we have in the fridge, as our sauce on there. And it's actually a Pinterest recipe I found that was a copycat recipe for Casey's Pizza, and it is so good. I used to love getting it from Casey's when I was a kid, and now I love making it. Then we're going to have yogurt twice. So you see 4 of the Fairlife milks there, a box of the Honey Nut granola, and then 4 cans of the sweetened condensed milk because we always have to double our recipe each time we make yogurt. But the kids love it, and it's not necessarily super cheap, but it's not very super expensive either. It's kind of in the middle, and so we decided to make it twice this week. And then also we're going to have oatmeal twice, but I already have the oatmeal, the oats in the pantry, but there is the milk we're going to need to make our oatmeal, and we are going to have that twice also this week. Then moving on to lunch. Now, I always keep bread around. The bread is for toast or sandwiches if we want to make those. So I got 4 loaves of bread, but I do have some of the bread already in the pantry, like I said. And then I buy chips. Sometimes I'll go get creative, and sometimes I'll just buy the 3 favorites in the house. And so I've got sour cream and onion, original, and the loaded baked potato. Then we are going to have potato wedges. We had these once, and the kids loved them so much. And so we haven't had them again since. So we're going to make potato wedges for lunch. And those potatoes are also going to get used in another meal that we're having, which I will show you because it's a dinner. Then roast beef. I've got 2 packages of the thin sliced roast beef, along with the provolone cheese, the beef consomme, and the French fried onions. And those are to make French dip tortillas. And that is a new recipe for us. Never made it. I can't remember. I think one of the kids sent it to me. And so we're going to try that out for a lunch. And then we are going to do meat and cheese kebabs. So this lunch meat here is going to be used for several different lunches. I may have to go back and get another pack of one of them, but I'm hoping we can spread this out. So the Black Forest ham and the rotisserie chicken breast, along with these cheese cubes right here. Now I tried to get the kids' favorite, which is Colby Jack, but they were all out of those, so I went ahead and got the mild cheddar. What we do is we take these skewer sticks here, and we will put a cheese cube and then some meat and then 2 kinds of fruit. So we're going to cut up strawberries and cut up some pineapple, and the kids love this. Now it is very labor intensive to make these things, especially when you have a family our size. But the kids help me out, and they absolutely love having them. So we haven't had those in a while. Actually, it was like, I think in November maybe, the last time we made those for a birthday. Then the snack crackers, those are for our Lunchables. We do homemade Lunchables. So I've got 1 box of the crackers. I've got a party tray for the cheese. That way the kids can have all different kinds of cheeses. And then we will use some of the lunch meat from over here on those Lunchables as well. Then back here, I've got 3 heads of lettuce. And that is because we're going to make taco salad. So there's the ground beef. I got 2 pounds of ground beef. We already have like the salsa, and we have some sour cream down the line. We've got some shredded cheese down the line. We've got all kinds of things to put in our taco salads. So usually we do things like tacos and a lot of enchiladas and things like that. But we have... I don't know if we've ever had taco salad for lunch, so I thought that would be a great lunch. I know I love having it, especially when I go out to Mexican restaurants. That's one of my favorite lunches to have. And then I've got 2 packages of the sub rolls and these mild banana pepper rings here. We are going to have Italian subs, which is another one of the kids' favorites. We will use some of the ham on there, and then I bought some of the salami, so I got 1 package of salami, and then the kids can decide what cheese they want. We might have some party tray cheese left over. We may end up having, I've got some Colby Jack cheese here. We have some provolone from the tortillas that we're going to make, so we will see what we have left, but we will let the kids pick out their cheeses for those Italian subs. We also do like lettuce and things like that. The kids get to pick their sauce. So a lot of things that we make, we like to let the kids pick out things. So the more they can pick out that they like, the more I know they're going to eat it. And then last for a lunch is our ham and cheese sliders. Now we, instead of using slider rolls, sometimes we'll use just regular hamburger buns, which is what I'm doing this time. So I've got 2 packages of the hamburger buns. They're actually very large hamburger buns, but they were cheaper than buying the 16 pack, which is amazing. And then we will use some of that ham. Again, I may have to go back and get another package of ham. I'm not sure. Sometimes it surprises me and we end up having a lot of ham left over. As a matter of fact, I actually still have some ham in the fridge, and so we may have plenty of that. And then we'll use, again, some of the cheeses, whatever the cheese the kids like, the Colby Jack, the provolone, the party tray, and so they will get to pick whatever cheese that they want on their sandwich. And then we put them in the oven and we toast them, and they are really good. The kids really like having the ham and cheese, any kind of sliders I feel like the kids love. Moving on to dinners. So our first one here is something that I don't think I've ever filmed because we have not had it in years, but it is cowboy beans. And I did not find this on Pinterest. Actually, this was a recipe that Sean said his mom used to make. And so I started making this years and years ago because Sean had requested it. So a lot of times the kids like using chips with it. So you just take some ground beef. We do 2 pounds of ground beef. I do then 2 cans of the original baked beans. And then there's some other things that go in it that we already have, like ketchup, mustard, Worcestershire, brown sugar, I think. And then it just depends on how sweet the beans are. That depends on how much brown sugar I'll put in it. And then you cook all that up together on the stove, and then the kids like to dip their chips in it and use that to eat the beans and hamburger. And I think it's really good. We have a couple kids that don't like it, which is probably why I haven't made it in a while. But we will make cowboy beans, and I think a lot of the kids are going to love that. So then also here we are going to make our bean dip. So I thought we'd have bean dip and also some queso on the side. So we have 4 cans of the refried beans, and then I have 2 cans of the enchilada sauce. A lot of times I only use one of those because I don't like it too saucy, but I bought an extra one just in case. I already have, I know it's hard to believe, I have like 4 bags of chips still in the pantry that we have not eaten from last time. I cannot believe that is even possible, but it is. And so I have chips for this meal already. And then there's the mild cheddar. We put the shredded cheddar over top of our refried beans with the enchilada sauce, and that makes our dip. And then, man, the kids, the whole tray is always gone. It doesn't matter how many cans of beans I put in it. We used to make it with 3, now we make it with 4. The whole thing is gone that night. So the kids do really like that meal too. Then we're going to make some potato soup. So those potatoes I showed you for our potato wedges, I'm going to use some of those potatoes. I do still have a little bit left over from one of our other shoppings that we've done. And I'm going to make the potato soup. So I bought 4 boxes of the chicken broth. I don't know if all of that goes in this meal. Some of it may go in the next meal. But then we also have our bacon. So we will crisp that up and sprinkle that over the top of our potato soup. Same thing with the, these are green onions. So I got a package of green onions. I will do that also. And then I think I have everything else. It'll probably take some of the milk that we have. And we have flour, and we already have all of that stuff. So then over here, this is another new meal we have not made. So I got 2 packages of 2 pounds. So that's about 4 pounds, maybe just a little bit more of chicken. And this is called mushroom chicken. It is a Panda Express copycat recipe. I already had the zucchini in the fridge. Jade ended up not making her zucchini bread yet. I didn't want them to go bad, so I'm going to go ahead and use those in this meal. We have the mushrooms here, and I believe I have everything I needed to make the sauce. So that is all we needed for that meal. And then next is chicken tetrazzini. And this is one of my favorites because I loved it when I was a kid, and I still love it. So I've got the family-sized cream of chicken, the Parmesan cheese, the cream cheese, and then I've got a 2-pound pack of chicken here, along with 2 packages of the linguine. We usually double the recipe, and so this should be what I need to do that. Now, okay, another new meal. I didn't realize how many new meals we were having this time. But we are making something that I think maybe Emma sent it to me. I cannot remember. One of the kids. And it is street tacos. Street corn enchiladas, maybe they call it. But it's kind of like street tacos, I feel like. So they are, this is like a ginormous, it's 5-pound bag of frozen corn. I've got the 50-pack of tortillas. This is actually going to be for this meal and the next one. The green enchilada sauce, which we do not use that very often. So that will be interesting to see what that tastes like. We've got a large sweet onion. This is for this meal. And then one other one. I think maybe the potato soup will use some of that. The lime. And then I have never heard of this cheese, but this is what it called for. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I was surprised H-E-B had it, and so I was able to get that. So we're going to make the street corn enchiladas. I think it also takes some of this parsley here, and this will be very interesting to see. I did get this package of 2 pounds of ground beef. I think it did not call for hamburger, but I thought I would put maybe 1 pound of the hamburger in the tacos just because we have never had it before. It's always a little scary to me to do something meatless. I'm worried the kids aren't going to like it. I thought maybe if I added a little hamburger to it that they might like it a little bit better. Then once we get used to it, I can always pull that hamburger out. And the other pound of that hamburger is going to go towards our Mexican pizzas. This was requested by Sean. It is one of his absolute favorite meals. So again, we will use the tortillas there for that, 1 pound of that ground beef. We will use the refried beans. I got 2 cans of the olives. I've got 2 cartons of the sour cream. And that will just be for like a topping on there. And then one of those is an extra. We always use sour cream a lot. And so I like to make sure we have that in the fridge. So those Mexican pizzas also take red enchilada sauce. I will probably grab one of those enchilada sauces from the bean dip because I don't think I'm going to use it there, and I will use it here instead. And then we put some of the tomatoes on top, which I already had. And so those are really good. They are a little bit time consuming and not hard to make, just I feel like another labor intensive meal, but they are really good. And then I got some hot dogs, a 24 pack of hot dogs, and that is because I have some what we call cheese grillers in the freezer, and I thought maybe we could grill out and we could make some hot dogs for anybody who doesn't want the grillers. Next is fruits and snacks. So I got a pineapple. I am going to try eating some of that. I've been trying to eat a little bit of pineapple just to do kind of like a cleanse. And so that one is for me. And some apples. We already have some apples still in the fridge, but I bought another bag because we always seem to kind of run out midweek. But I bought 2 bags last week, so I'm happy that they are lasting us. But the kids do grab apples a lot, so I'm surprised. Then I have a box of the saltines, a box of the fruit and grain bars. I have a big bag of oranges. They have been out of this, and I've been having to get the 3-pound bag. And so I'm happy to see they had the 5-pound bag back. And then I've got 3 bunches of bananas. We do have some bananas going bad. We may have to make some banana bread. Oh, darn it. And then I've got the zipper bags. Actually, I added those just because if I got to a certain amount of money, I got savings. So I added those zipper bags, even though we still have some. And then a big thing of ranch dressing because we go through that a lot. And so we are almost out. And 2 lemons. Sean has been drinking lemon water, and he's really enjoying that. So I got him a couple lemons. Over here on my bench, I've got the dishwasher packs. We were like completely out. I can't believe I let it get that low. And then I've got the trash bags. That's a backup. The water for Logan's bottles. Our baby wipes. We go through those a lot in this house. This orange burst right here was actually a freebie. So I bought something and then you got that free, and I was already buying it anyways, so I went ahead and got the free pop. I thought kids would like the orange burst. And then a sweet potato. That is for Logan for one of his lunches or dinners. And last but not least, there is our package of energy drinks. We do still have some in the fridge. I was very surprised. But I did buy another pack just so we don't run out and have to go buy them. I feel like it always costs us more to go buy singles. And then our paper towels. And this time I've got a ginormous package of toilet paper, and I bought it this big because I knew we would use it, and it allowed me to get some extra savings. So I bought the 36 count of they're like mega rolls. That is it for the second week of March. For our HEB order, we spent $405.13. This is our 3rd week of HEB order, and it is going to be a small one this time because I had a few things that ran over into this week, and we are leaving on Friday. So I only needed about 4 days worth of stuff. So for breakfast, we're going to have some oatmeal. I got a gallon of milk, and I've got a carton of the old-fashioned oats. It is the 42-ounce one. I do still have a little bit in the cupboard. If we had to have it 2 days, we could do that. We're going to have some eggs and sausage. I still have eggs in the fridge, so we want to get rid of those before we leave. Our chickens have been laying more, and so we have been able to supplement with our chicken eggs. And I don't like calling it that way because usually I want to supplement with store eggs, but unfortunately, they had stopped. The sausage patties, I was all out of those. So I got a large bag, 26 patties, to go along with our eggs. And then we will have bagels one day. So I've got plain bagels and then blueberry bagels. We do still have a little bit of cream cheese left. Also, the kids like having peanut butter on their bagels too. And then you don't see here, but we are also going to have yogurt. We still have a yogurt we haven't had. That is going to be tomorrow morning. And that should then cover us for breakfast for the rest of this week before we leave. Then lunches, we're going to do a sandwich day. So I got 3 bags of chips. I've got the sour cream and onion, the original, and the loaded baked potato, along with some turkey breast and some rotisserie chicken. Emma said that she really liked that rotisserie chicken, so I went ahead and got another pack of that. Some kids like the cheese singles, and we were all out. We were like completely out of cheese. So I went ahead and got some provolone, some Colby and Monterey Jack, and some cheddar cheese. So we will have sandwiches for one day. We will have mac and cheese. I got 6 boxes of mac and cheese. That is what it takes to feed our family for lunch. I thought I might do that tomorrow because tomorrow is Christian's birthday. I thought he might like the mac and cheese. And then we're also going to have bean and cheese burritos for a lunch. So I've got refried beans, 2 cans, also some tortillas there, a 50 count pack because we go through tortillas so fast. And then I've got 2 cans of chili. That is for Gavin. That is if he doesn't want to have one of these other items, then I'll know he will still eat something. We do have some leftover hot dogs still from well, it was going to be a grill night. We ended up just cooking them in the oven, our grillers, because it was chilly here. So then our dinners, I'm going to do spaghetti. I have noodles in the cupboard, and I got 2 jars of the garlic and herb. We usually buy the Hill Country brand, but they were all out. We're going to have pizza for a night because we have pepperonis in the fridge, and we need to get those used up. I like to use up everything I can in our fridge and freezer, well, fridge really, before we leave. We're only going to be gone for about 10 days, so nothing should go bad, but then I've got the mozzarella, the huge bag of mozzarella cheese. I've got a green pepper and an onion. We do make 1 combo pizza because Sean and I like that. And then just a couple of the kids like that too. We're going to do oven baked tacos. I got 2 boxes of the bold nacho cheese taco shells. Those are so good. And then just some regular shells. A couple of the kids don't really like the nacho cheese ones. Then I've got 3 pounds of ground chuck. I thought I would get 3 pounds this time. Normally we only do 2 pounds, but sometimes when you're making the stand-up tacos like that, you need a little extra hamburger in those. And then I've got 2 jars, not jars, but 2 cartons of the sour cream. That will be to go on our tacos, and then anything else. We use sour cream a lot on different items. I did get 2 cans of the mild diced tomatoes with green chilies. That will be, we use those a lot in different things. So if we wanted to put some in the tacos, we could do that. And then a large bag of the mild cheddar. We went through 2 bags of this last week, and so that tells you how much we like to put cheese on our stuff. Also, I got a head of lettuce to go on the tacos in case anybody wants that, and we already have things like the salsa and some of the other extras that we use. But that shredded cheddar right there will also go on the bean and cheese burritos that we're going to have for lunch. Then over here, I've got my fruit. So I've got 3, what do you call those? Bunches, I guess. 3 bunches of bananas. I've got a bag of the mandarin oranges, some blueberries. Logan really likes those, but so does Christian and Gavin. And then I've got a bag of apples. So I didn't buy a ton of fruit this time because I don't want it to go bad over the next well, it won't go bad over the next few days, but I don't want to leave any here because I know it will go bad before we get back. And then just some extra little snacks here. So I got 2 of the apple bars. I've got a applesauce, and I bought this because some of the kids have been sneezing. And the last time we went to Omaha, we were all sick. And I am going to put some vitamin C in that for the younger kids. The older kids can take the pills, but we know that the vitamin C keeps us healthy. And if we're sick, we usually don't stay sick long. So that's what I'm going to use that for. And then I got a big bag of animal crackers, 2 bags of chips. This time it's just for a snack because we like to snack on those sometimes in the evening, although we have not been doing that as much. And then over here, I have just some of the extras. So I've got 2 bags of brown sugar. Our container was almost out, and we use that in our oatmeal. I've got a caramel coffee there for the K-Cups for our Keurig. 2 cartons of the unsalted butter. We were like 100% completely out of butter, out of every butter that we had. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We have butter toast a lot. So then we have the vanilla. We are all out of our really good vanilla that somebody gave it to us for a gift from the market days in Goliad, and it was so good. And so we need to get back there and get some more. I got 2 sweet potatoes. 1 is for Logan. Christian has been wanting to eat Logan's sweet potato, so I bought Christian one of his own. And then I've got an extra ketchup, an extra big ranch, some butter, just some regular butter so we can butter our toast, and then some Himalayan salt because we have some that are in like a grinder, but we were all out of the fine type, and we use that a lot instead of grinding our own now. Down here, I've got the bedtime pull-ups for Christian, the 12-pack of Monster energy drinks, and some paper towels. Last, we were just about out of our Windex, and we were all out of our Comet. And so I went ahead and got a couple more cleaners, so that way we could make sure we keep the house clean. This right here for this small week is $240.20. Not too bad for our short week. Okay, we have been eating out of our pantry and from the stuff that Sean's parents have bought us for our return. But I did pick up a few things to put in our fridge. So just a thing of lettuce for some salads for me, some Red Delicious apples, a bag of the mandarin oranges. I bought a baked potato for Logan, 2 sweet potatoes for Logan, although Christian I think will probably get some of that. 2 energy drinks, these are for tomorrow. I got 2 bunches of bananas and also some blueberries. Those are for Logie. And hopefully we can eat out of our pantry while we're here. I may have to do just a small Aldi order, but we will see. Okay guys, for our last week of March, we are in Omaha. I think this might be our last time here, guys. So we have just a really tiny order because we've been eating out of our pantry, and I'm trying to use things up because when we leave, that's it. And I don't think we're going to take much of the fridge and freezer stuff with us. So we're trying to eat it all up. Starting here for breakfast, I can't believe I'm doing this again because I didn't think I would. But we just really need some easy breakfast, so I bought boxes of cereal. We are packing and doing all kinds of things to get the house ready, and it's really just nice to have an easy breakfast. So we did get 2 boxes of marshmallow and stars, 1 box of chocolate puffs, 1 box of fruit rounds, and 1 box of cinnamon crunch squares. So I will not do that on a regular basis, but for this trip we did it. I've got energy drinks, 10 energy drinks there because we do need our energy every day, especially when you're getting ready to move the rest of your stuff across the country. Then we have peanut butter and bagels. Now they were out of the blueberry, so I ended up getting just plain bagels, and the peanut butter is to go on those bagels. Then I've got 2 gallons of milk, and that will be for the cereal, and I do still have some oatmeal in the cupboard, so we will probably have some oatmeal. We do have some eggs in the fridge. Sean's parents, they had stocked our fridge before we got back, so that way we wouldn't have to go grocery shopping right away, which is so nice of them. I got 1 box of sausage there. I think that was actually supposed to be 2. I'll have to check my car and see if 1 fell out of a bag. But we are going to have eggs and sausage and toast because we do have some eggs still in the fridge. Then here is some bread for that toast. So I've got 3 loaves of bread. I do still have 1 in the freezer, and I think I might have a little bit still in the pantry. So we will use that for toast and also probably some sandwiches, because for lunch we are going to have some sandwiches. So I've got the chips back there, the little snack pack chips. Those will go for a couple of the lunches with the sandwiches. I also got 2 packages of hamburger buns because we do sometimes like to have our sandwiches on hamburger buns. And it's just kind of fun and different. And actually, I really like my sandwiches that way. And then the Black Forest ham, I got a package of that for the sandwiches along with bologna. Sometimes the kids really like to have bologna. I am not a fan of it, but every once in a while we will get it for the kids. And then our cheese. Of course, we love all different kinds of cheeses. So I got the Colby Jack, which is the kids' favorite. I've got the American Singles here, which are some of the other kids' favorites. And then I've got this party tray because it has all different kinds in it. And sometimes we like to snack on that cheese as well as use it on our sandwiches. Then also for our lunch, I just got some ramen cups. It's super easy. And so there's 6 in each pack of those. So I got 12 of them total. Then some hot dogs. So I've got some big package of hot dogs, 24, and then 2 packages of hot dog buns. So we'll do that for a lunch also. And then frozen pizza. I got 6 frozen pizzas here. And for Gavin, because we know he is a picky eater, I got him 2 cans of beef ravioli and 1 can of chili. So that will be our lunches for the rest of the week. Then for dinners, I have 2 cans of black beans and 2 cans of kidney beans and the 3-pack of bell peppers. I already have the rest of the ingredients in the pantry and the freezer to make chili. I have some ground turkey that I'm going to use in this chili. I found a recipe that called for the ground turkey, and I thought that would be really good to use that in there. And then we're just going to do some chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy. We use the cream of chicken for gravy. So I got 2 boxes of the instant potatoes. We normally just get 1 big box, but they didn't have them. So I got 2 small boxes, 2 cans of the cream of chicken. I do have a 3rd one in the pantry if we need a 3rd one. And then I already have chicken in the freezer, and so we're going to use that up for that meal. Then also we're going to have tacos. Tacos is really easy. I had ground beef in the freezer already. So I've got a carton of sour cream, 2 packages of the taco seasoning mix, some shredded cheese, 2 packages of the flour. They're like the fajita tortillas. And that will be to make our tacos. That will be nice. We might just have that tonight because I didn't really have anything else ready. And then I also have it was like some bison steaks or bison something that was in the freezer that someone had given to us that was very expensive. And so we're going to stick that in the crock pot and have that with some baked potatoes one night. So we will use some of the sour cream over there for the baked potatoes. And also I got some bacon bits. We'll use the shredded cheese over there. All of that for our baked potato bar. But then we'll also have some of that bison meat, which will be interesting because I don't know if I've ever had buffalo before. But I think that will taste good. And then I have the snacks here. So I've got the cheese crackers. I've got 2 of the, chocolate chip granola bars, 2 of the variety packs, 2 of the blueberry breakfast bars, and 1 of the mixed berry breakfast bars. Again, I think I'm supposed to have 2 of those mixed berries. We'll have to check the car and see if they fell out. Then I've got 4 packages of the peanut butter crackers. Now, if we don't eat all of these snacks in the next week, we will just take them in the car with us when we go back to Texas. Paper towels, because we were all out and we've been using those. Sometimes I use those to pack and I'll wrap them around like glasses and things. So that makes it easier to pack that stuff. Mandarin oranges, a bag of Red Delicious apples, some bananas, and then some applesauce. So I just got the applesauce cups. They are a little bit more expensive. Usually I buy the jar of it, but this just makes it a little easier and cleaner, like a little bit nicer for cleanup. So this right here for our last week of March, I did get some savings on this. So I got about $24 in savings, but the order without the savings was $188.14. Now that $24 was supposed to be applied, and it looks like they didn't apply it. So I'm going to have to go back and double check that. But I thought that was pretty good for our last week of March. Okay, well that is it for the grocery haul for the month of March. So we are going to add up our whole month together. I did spend more than I thought I was going to spend, considering we ate out of the pantry a lot. I felt like the last 3 weeks of groceries, the last 2 weeks of groceries, I really didn't spend very much at all. Like, those groceries were pretty cheap. And, but my total was still pretty big. And I think that is because in our first video of the month, I did spend quite a bit more than I usually spend. And that's just because I was stocking up on some things. So that probably, obviously, that played into my total. But the total for March that I spent was $1,778.51. So that is less than we normally spend. We've been getting like really close to $2,000 a month. And I have been trying to cut back, and like I just can't get it any lower than that. And so it's just because I know groceries are going up. Now, I did see egg prices have come down, which they actually came down quite a bit, which is a relief. So at least we know that if things go up, they can come down. So, okay, guys, I am not going to do a grocery haul for April. I am going to focus on getting just some things done around the house. I want to try to get some boxes unpacked and try to get things reorganized because our house is a disaster. And I like organization and I thrive on order. So I need to spend April just trying to get back on track, but we will be back in May with our grocery haul. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.